Hi there. I'm Peridolia and I don't know what my hair is doing either, so let's just not worry about it. I have many annoying and pretentious hobbies. Drag is one of them. But perhaps my most annoying and pretentious hobby is fragrances. Particularly the more niche and strange and weird smelling, the more interested I am. So that's what I'm gonna talk about today. Let me paint you a picture. The year is 2021. Peridolia has not quite yet been thought of. I'm in my first semester of college, and I decide that it's time for me to find a signature scent, which will follow me throughout my adulthood. Enter Boy Smells Rose Load. Hi, this is Editing Perry, and I just realized I forgot to talk about what rose load actually smells like. So imagine you're in a garden and it grows roses and various herbs, and also it's been raining recently. I ordered a discovery kit from this perfumer. When they had just first come onto the scene, I was ahead of the curve. And many of their fragrances that they were making at the time weren't working for me. You know, I definitely didn't like Violet Ends. I still don't. It smells like cigarettes. You know, if you like to smell like cigarettes, look into Violet Ends from Boy Smells. I fell in love with Rose Load immediately. I love Rose Load to this very day. I bought a big bottle of it with a quickness, even though this old bottle that Boy Smells used to make everything in is honestly pretty stupid. I've literally hammered in nails with this cap. And then Boy Smells did something that I've never quite forgiven them for. They discontinued Rose Load. I did take advantage of the situation to purchase another large bottle of it on sale, but in the future, if I'm ever famous, I want to do a collaboration with Boy Smells, and I want to bully them into bringing back Rose Load. This, out of drag, is my number one. This is my ride or die. If you have been around me when I was not in all this, I was probably wearing this. I love her. She is everything to me. A more recent favorite for me has been Soda Snob from a brand called Sniff. This is absolutely delicious. It smells like Coca-Cola. It is a very realistic cola smell, but it's also, if you didn't know what this was and you just smelled it out in the world, I wouldn't immediately think, oh, that's Coca-Cola. It's like citrus and cinnamon, and I feel like I get some other spices as well. Maybe clove. And my mom thinks it smells like leather. I think on the dry down, it definitely does start to smell a little leathery, but it's also sweet. And the cap goes on with a magnet, and I think that that's really fun. I quite like Soda Snob. For some reason, I can't find it anywhere, but the other Sniff fragrance that I own is called Dead Dinosaur, and it smells like gasoline. And I wore it to go see Iron Lung for the first time. Coach Floral was my drag signature scent for a really long time. I do still like it. I think that this is a fragrance that you wear to just go have a fun time, to just go be with your girls, or perhaps your boys, or whoever you're hanging out with. It's like a little spicy somehow, but also sweet. Now, my current signature scent for drag, this is a little on the nose, and it was recommended to me by the Platinum Angel, but it's Mugler's Alien, the original Alien. None of that Hypersense mess, none of that Goddess, not Pulp. It's original Alien, because that was my favorite. I smelled all of them, and I like this one the most. It's sort of like, I mean, I've been very into niche, weird fragrances, and trust, we'll get into those, for a long time. And, you know, Alien markets itself as being different. She's not like other girls. She's not afraid to be a little quirky. But this is truly such a normal smelling fragrance that it almost disappointed me at first. But it's like sophisticated, I think, in a way that really resonates with me. It's sophisticated and it's definitely like, this is a grown woman. Gautier Divine. I honestly just wanted this for the bottle. It smells nice, but that bottle is so just delicious that I can't even stand it, and it needs to be on my vanity. Okay, the other discontinued Boy Smells scent that I really like. It's Fleur de la Virgin, baby. There is definitely a timeline in which I fell in love with this instead of Rose L'Ode, and bought a big bottle of this, and this was my ride or die. It does smell a little bit like plastic, but I don't hate it. Fleur de la Virgin is what I imagine it smells like to be a gay man. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's a spicy floral like Rose L'Ode, but something about it is just like, I'm here. I'm here, I'm a gay man. I feel like I can smell the string of pearls. And this was what I wore when I played Mercutio. Now, Boy Smells recently has taken to making body mists. And one of the body mists that they've come out with is called Doll Mist. And it was a collaboration with Bratz. And this was marketed to me as smelling like a scented toy from the early 2000s. And I tell you what, they nailed it. It absolutely does smell like a strawberry vanilla scented toy. It has a plastic doll accord. It comes through as like a powderiness. I quite like this. Now is the time where I will take a turn and we will delve into the niche. Are you ready to get niche? Let's get niche. One of my favorite ways to waste a little bit of money when I feel like doing that is to go on a website called Scent Split and order tiny little sample vials of just the most out there crazy perfumes from a perfume house of like 10 people working out of like someone's basement. Sonar by 2787. This kind of smells like burnt tires, but it also, there's like some citrus. And it's just very interesting. I really like Sonar. And I love that it smells kind of like burnt tires. Or it's burnt tires or like smoke coming out of an overheating machine. It's really interesting. I like it a lot. I don't know that I would want a big bottle of it because I don't know when I would wear it. But as a work of art, because fragrance is art. That's what y'all aren't getting. Fragrance is art, and it's not always just about wanting to smell good and like attract a mate or whatever. Steamed Rainbow from DS and Durga. If anybody out there desires me carnally and would like to get very close to me really, really fast, you buy me a big bottle of this and I will do whatever you say. It smells like it's 2005 and I'm on the slip and slide, but there's a rock under the slip and slide. And I've hurt myself because of the rock. But it's okay, because mom says I can have ice cream. And it's like, this is the power of fragrance. Like, I'm getting emotional and I'm like trying not to cry because of where this sends me. And my hair is just not going to cooperate at any point. But this is so like truly, it's powerful and it's very pleasant smelling. And it will send you back to a time. Etat Libre d'Orange, Ghost in the Shell. This is another one that, if anybody wants to buy me a big bottle of this, I will perform various favors for you in exchange. I really, really like Ghost in the Shell. Have I ever seen the film? Despite numerous pleas from Grayson Page, no, I have not. But this fragrance is delectable. It's a little bit soapy. It's a little citrusy. It's a little milky. There's a powderiness. It smells exactly like the fake skin that a realistic android would have. Does this make me think about Data Star Trek? Just a little bit, yes, it does. Resonant from Oddity. This is a sister to Sonar. I think of them as siblings. Resonant is a lot more citrus forward, but there is definitely like a metallicness to it. This, I imagine, is what an alien spaceship might smell like. And are they coming in peace, or are they coming to destroy us? We don't know. But I can't wait to find out. And then one last thing that I want to talk about. This is perhaps the nichest of all. I actually did have a brief foray into perfumery myself. I know, that's crazy. I have made my own perfume. When I was on the journey, on the hunt for Perry's new signature scent, I had a very specific vision in my mind that I think I knew I wasn't going to like find exactly this. And it's essentially, it's a lore accurate Perry fragrance, because Pareidolia is an alien in a poor disguise of a human. And that's why they're like this. So I wanted the lore accurate Pareidolia fragrance to have like sort of a suburbia vibe. I put like gardenia and peony in it for sure, and a healthy dose of rose as well, because I love rose and you can never convince me not to. But then I also have a lot of grass in this. I have grass and I have cucumber. It feels like something that if an alien were to try to approximate a human perfume or a human cologne, they would probably look and they would say like, oh, well, most of your planet is covered in this plant, so surely the smell of it must be desirable, right? So this does smell a lot like grass trimmings. But I really do like it. I did not know what I was doing at any point making it, and that probably would show in like its longevity. I haven't really sprayed it on clothes to see how long it would last. I love her, and I would love, like, if I one day were to get to do a brand deal with like a real perfume house, I would love to release a version of this into the world. Would you buy that? Comment below. Bye!